Hey guys, Anthony here for Odds HQ YouTube page, and I'm going to bring you a pick for Wednesday, September 2nd. We're going to go to the American League East with the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees. Charlie Morton's going to be taking the mound for the Rays coming off the IL. He's been a pretty elite pitcher for the last 3 seasons at least. He finished 3rd last year for the Tampa Bay Rays in Cy Young voting. I expect him to come off pretty strong. He had a rough go of it at the beginning of the year before he went on the IL. 16 2/3 innings pitched. He had a 5.40 ERA. But if you look at his game logs, most of all those runs came from one bad outing, his first start of the year against Toronto. And the Yankees are going to be countering with Jordan Montgomery. Jordan Montgomery, he's a young kid, only has about 211 innings pitched in his career. And his numbers, I mean, you don't hate them, but you don't love them either. He's got a 3.97 career ERA with a 4.04 FIP and a Sierra right at 4.33. So he's a pretty average pitcher. I wouldn't say he's a guy you want to look to fade, but he's also not a guy you're trying to rush to the cashier's cage to back either. But I'm really looking at the bullpens here too, because let's be honest, the Rays, especially with the guy coming off of the IL, even if it is Charlie Morton, the Rays don't let guys go 3 times through the order. So I'm really only expecting Morton to go about 5 innings here, even if he does have a good start. The Rays bullpen, though, on the year has been absolutely fantastic. We expected them to be good coming in, and they have performed. They got a 3.89 ERA on the season. Their FIP's at 3.85. They've just been really good. The Yankees, on the other hand, again, Jordan Montgomery only finished the 6th inning once this season. So, again, he's a guy where, you know, even if he has a good start, the Yankees are probably going to let him go about 5 innings. So when you start digging into the Yankees bullpen, their bullpen has been pretty average on the year. 4.40 ERA, 4.36 FIP, 4 walks per 9 innings pitched allowed. That's kind of concerning. And the last 2 weeks, they've been really bad. A 6.82 ERA, a 6.46 FIP. I think the Rays have a clear-cut advantage here in the bullpen, so especially going to be during these later innings. If we got a really close game here, I like the Rays' chances, especially now when we look at these offenses. The Rays on the season, 249 batting average, 340 on-base percentage, a 440 slugging, and a 116 WRC+. WRC+, I mentioned it before, probably the most important offensive number to look at because it shows you how good a team is at creating runs compared to league average. And 116, that's 16 points above league average. That's a pretty good offense the Rays have going in here, especially when you look at an average pitcher and an average bullpen. And the Yankees offense, on the year, when you look at their year stats, they're pretty good. But the last 2 weeks, one of the worst offenses in baseball, and that's because their lineup's just decimated with injuries. I mean, they've lost almost every big name out of that lineup. 202 batting average in the last 2 weeks, that's terrible. 81 WRC+. I mean, come on, guys. We're getting minus 105 to minus 110, depending on the books right now, on the Tampa Bay Rays here, when they have a better starting pitcher, a better bullpen, and a better lineup. Can you explain to me why we wouldn't be taking the Rays here? This is a clear-cut case of the New York Yankees always being overpriced. It's kind of why I can go an entire season without ever betting a Yankees money line. They're always way too expensive to try and bet the Yankees. I'm on the Rays here, minus 105. That's my play of the day for Wednesday, September 2nd.